Welcome back, everyone. It is Wednesday, November 12th in the NBA. My 5 favorite picks are on the way, as well as a parlay. We have a huge slate of action tonight in the association. Let's dive right into things. My name is Austin. Thanks, as always, for tuning in. Yesterday, our hot streak hit a minor speed bump. We went 1-2, still on a 15-3 run, which is really good. Jamal Murray clutched up for us, but the other two plays, I'll be honest, were pretty bad. Jock Londale, sure, he missed 2 threes. They were both wide open, but again, when you take a guy's up to 3, you at least hope he shoots 3. He didn't get it done. And then Draymond Green was my VIP play. He absolutely sucked, but the whole Warriors team sucked as a whole. He would have never hit, even if that game was close. But let's bounce back today. 15-3 run. Let's keep that line moving. We have a bunch of action tonight, and we will end the video talking about a couple other plays that I'm looking at. There is a chance we add some plays. I'll talk about that at the end. But again, if you want to see some added plays, they'll be down below in the pinned comment. Of course, we will have a better entry at the end of the video. Reminder, if you sign up using my code SHOT, free $10. Like I said, free $10 without even making a deposit. So free $10. They'll also give you up to $200 bonus, and they'll give you a free pick. I don't actually know if today's is Jokic. They don't send them to me until Tuesday late morning. So again, you get a free pick though. Take advantage of that. But let's dive into the plays. I have a play that should have been a 2-unit play, but he is on a back-to-back. He's still going to be my favorite play of the day. Let's talk all about a COS Hall of Famer, Jalen Brunson. I love his over tonight. It's 24.5 points or 25 plus points at minus 120 on FanDuel. I also took him for 30 plus points at plus 230 on FanDuel. Now, his regular line at 24, 25.5, I'd play that for 1.5 units. The 30 plus, I'm only sprinkling on it a quarter unit. Jalen Brunson, this would have been a 2-unit plus play for me if Jalen Brunson and the Knicks were not on a back-to-back, but they are. So there is some, could he see a less minutes? Maybe. Could he maybe shoot not as great because his legs aren't under him? Certainly could happen, but I love trusting Brunson, a guy that has made us a ton of money over the past few seasons. Now, why am I backing Brunson here tonight is him and the Knicks take on the Magic. Now, I think this is an elite spot for Jalen Brunson and an elite spot in which he's played really well against the Magic, and we'll kind of highlight why. Now, we're going back to Props Madness again, one of my favorite research tools, the one that I'm literally on for multiple hours every single morning. You see Jalen Brunson's hit rate against the Magic, pretty good, especially hitting 30 plus on a couple of these games. Now, if you just were to look at, these last, 6 matchups, let's take a peek at each of them. Now, 33 points, you see shot 21 times, 7 free throws, pretty dang good. 26 here. Again, good volume. They win that game by 24 points. So he hasn't played 30 minutes, then 21 points on a game that they again blow him out. Doesn't really shoot a ton, but whatever. 31 points, good volume, 26. And then this most recent game, 24 points, but shoots 8 for 21 from the field. The reason why he shoots a ton against this Magic team is how they play defense. They are willing to live up with the pick and roll ball handler beating them. Hence why they're ranked 25th there. Pretty good match for getting to the free throw line, which we all know Jalen Brunson is pretty good at doing. And then handoffs and isolation and stuff like that. Where they're really tough is a spot up defense. Now, they only ranked 10th this season. I would guarantee you by the end of the season, they rank much better than 10th. If you were to go back to last year, the Magic were the number 1 spot up defense in the NBA. So again, this is a team that wants to take away the 3-point line, wants to take away those guys. And in turn, they're going to live with guys like Jalen Brunson beating them one-on-one. That's what they want to do. They will live with it. And we've seen him have great usage. Like I said, last 6 games versus them, averaging about 19 field goal attempts and about 7 free throw attempts per game. That included 2 games in which he didn't even play in the fourth quarter. Sure, no Thibodeau here, but still, new head coach. They still want to run him. Mike Brown still wants to run him a ton. And this is a game where I think he's at least going to play most of the third quarter. If this game is tight, he should see about 34 to 38 minutes, somewhere in there. Love his overs. If he shoots even remotely close to average tonight, he goes over 25 points. If he shoots better than average, he probably scores 30 plus if this game is tight. Magic are also playing a little bit faster than normal. So love Jalen Brunson tonight. There's a reason he's on the thumbnail. He's getting the job done. My second play is going to be a guy that I know a lot of you guys don't like. And it's not John Morant. I promise. No John Morant. I'm not doing it. But it is James Harden. And I think he's in for a good matchup. And even if I think his usage is going to be out of this world. I love his over 33.5 points plus assists. I'm not tacking on rebounds because I don't really think this is a great rebounding matchup for him against the Nuggets. You think about the big guys out there like Zubac, Jokic, all those guys are going to grab the boards. I don't think Harden grabs a ton, but I love his points and assists at minus 106 on FanDuel, a 1-unit play. James Harden, he's basically all the Clippers got. The Clippers have been bad recently. That is a team that a lot of people had high hopes for this season. Heck, they pushed the Nuggets to game 7 in the first round of the playoffs. But right now they were not looking good. And things aren't looking too great on the immediate turnaround because they've lost 5 straight games and they're down Bradley Beal. The PTO might be an addition by subtraction, but Kawhi Leonard is also out tonight. And this leaves basically Harden on an island by himself in terms of playmaking and really creating shots, because you look at the lineup they're putting out there. James Harden, we know. Chris Dunn, DJJ, Derek Jones Jr., John Collins, and Ivica Zubac. So again, those are 5 guys, 4 of them like they really aren't making their own shot. So it relies on a lot of playmaking for Harden, hence why I got the assists in here. And what a matchup that I think is a decent one for him against the Nuggets. The Nuggets are on a back-to-back. I'm not sure. I'll talk about this game in a whole vacuum, but you saw Harden last game. He went absolutely nuclear. And I'm not really going to pull up props madness, but the man went out there and had 35 points, which would have hit this over by himself, and 11 assists, 19 potential assists. That was a game they barely even scratched over 100 points. So they barely got to the 100-point mark, and he destroyed this line. Like I said, he's over this line in 3 of his last 4 when he's played at least 32 minutes. If this game is remotely competitive, he will play 32 minutes. Heck, I think he plays 36 or 38. I really think he's just going to be handling the ball nonstop. I don't really trust this Nuggets defense. I know they are good defensive ratings so far this season, but I'm not sure if I'm buying into a Jokic-led defense. I think Harden's going to have to carry this team, and I think he's going to do it. And the fact that the Nuggets are only 3.5-point favorites here, if you look up one of the most popular spread picks in the NBA today, it will be the Nuggets. I mean, they're facing the Clippers, who've been sucking. I don't know if that's free. If the Clippers keep it competitive, it's probably because of James Harden, the beard. We'll trust him tonight. Big word trust, but I think he can come through for us. My next play is the opposite of James Harden. He's a young guy. He is jumping all over the floor. Let's talk all about Amen Thompson. I'm taking his PRA line. I don't really want to get sharp and try to pick the points line for Amen Thompson or try to get the rebounds or the assists when he could just go out there and get 20 points. He could easily get 15 plus rebounds, 10 plus assists. You really never know with him, but I love his matchup today against the Wizards. I'm taking this for 1 unit. We'll have an under. My next play is an under, I promise, for my unders people out there. But Amen Thompson and the Rockets are at home here taking on the Wizards. And while Kevin Durant and Şengün are the number 1 and number 2 guys for the Rockets, sometimes I feel like in games where it's just like, all right, we're facing a trash team, let's let Amen Thompson do whatever the hell he wants. And we've seen them do that before against teams like the Grizzlies, where they're just like, I mean, the Grizzlies, no offense, Grizzlies fans, your team is just not good. And Şengün and KD take a backseat. And they know they're going to be needed when they face really good teams. But guys like Amen Thompson can really stuff the stat sheet against these bad teams. And that is what the Wizards are. Let's call it what it is. They are a pretty dang bad team. Now, Amen Thompson will bring back up Props Madness reminder. Props Madness, you guys know we love them. Again, you can sign up if you want to with my code COS. They'll give you a free pick up to not free pick. What the heck? 25% off your purchase. But like I said, Amen Thompson here, 29.5. If you just want to look at this season, he's been up and down. Obviously, if you look at some of the tougher matchups, OKC, not a surprise to him go under there. Detroit, really good rim protection team. Nets, they won by 30, so whatever. And then again, Spurs, really tough matchup. And then I would argue the Bucks are a pretty tough matchup with Miles Turner and Giannis down there. But you see some easier matchups against teams that I don't really consider to be that good. Mavericks, not a great team, destroyed them. Grizzlies, not a great team, destroyed them. Raptors, and they'd have no rim protection, destroyed them. Celtics don't really have rim protection either. He destroyed them all. So again, we look at the matchup though here against the Wizards, like you see where he does his damage, 71% in the restricted area. The Wizards rank 4th worst in basketball. We'll look at all of his scoring methods, all bright green. They're like isolation fine, but again, they give up a ton of points in transition, and we know that's where Amen Thompson does a lot of his damage. So again, I really think he's just going to be able to run all over this team. I mean, we saw Josh Hart, of all people, 27 PRAs in 26 minutes. Josh Hart shot 7 times. That's not, I mean, Amen Thompson is going to shoot more than that. And if you want even more, add on to it, head-to-head wise in his career versus the Wizards, he's destroyed them. 35, 37, 22 PRAs. Only didn't even play 30 minutes here. Shot 8 times. And then the last game, 39 PRAs. Only shot 8 times here. But again, I would be shocked if he only shoots 8 times if you've been looking at him so far this season. Like 13, 12, 26, 18, 12, 13. He should have plenty of volume to come through for us tonight. Give me his over in PRAs. I can't find an individual line. I'll take the whole thing. Amen Thompson, go out there and destroy this Wizards team. He can still cash in a blowout too. Like I said, if it's a blowout, I lean towards him playing a little bit more as opposed to guys like Şengün or Kevin Durant. My next play is my under. Let's talk all about Grayson Allen, under 16.5 points, minus 122 on DraftKings. I had to get my lick back on Grayson Allen, who wronged me a few games ago against the Warriors, had 1 3-pointer going in the 4th, knocked down 3 on my dome. Yeah, we're getting our lick back on him. Grayson Allen, if you faded him in his last game, congrats. Bozo of the day goes to you, the award. He scored 42 points, 10 3-pointers. He's at a franchise record. And if you watch the game the Pelicans gave him, the Pelicans looked like they were on his over because they left him wide open. You'd think after a guy's made 5 threes, surely we guard them. No, they were like, nah, we're good. We'll just leave him wide open again. Yeah, no wonder he made 10 threes. Tonight, he faces the Mavericks, who are a matchup that I don't actually think is a great one for Grayson Allen. And I think it's a good spot to sell high on a guy that just dropped. That probably was his career high, 42 points. Like the guy went nuclear. Now, of course, we'll go back on to Props Madness to show you why I don't like this matchup. Like I said, 42. But again, this line feels a tad high with Dylan Brooks being back for this game. Dylan Brooks, obviously Jalen Green now out for a few weeks, but Dylan Brooks is back, and he's the guy that can take away some shots as opposed to some of these games. Grayson's the number 2 option. But like I said, here's the real reason why. The Mavericks, number 1 spot up defense in the NBA, 66% of Grayson Allen's points come on above the break threes, where the Mavericks rank 4th defensively. So again, they've been a really good spot up defense. And if they could do that, they're basically taking away all of what Grayson Allen does. You see when he has some good games, obviously the Pelicans, they left him wide open. Clippers, he split there. No Dylan Brooks here. Warriors, again, he gets lucky. No Dylan Brooks as well. No Dylan Brooks, and so on and so forth. So I really don't think this is a good matchup for him. Always love selling high on a role player coming off a big game. I just don't think eventually shooting regression is going to hit. He's not making 10 threes again. I like his under 16.5 points here, though. You might not like it. That's a winner, though. Simple as that. Fifth play. Dub Club exclusive. Today's an over in points and assists. Their Dub Club exclusives are 9 and 6 on the season. Pretty good. Up about 1.5, 1.3 units. So they've been making you money if you're in there. If you want to join, again, 50% off. You get the next month for less than $10. I have basically a Dub Club exclusive play every single day. So again, join. You're not just getting an NBA one. You normally get an NFL one whenever those are on, especially for the weekend. So again, tap into that. Sixth play. Is it added plays? Question mark. There's a chance I add some plays. There are some other games I didn't necessarily look into a ton. Maybe there's a team on a back-to-back, so I want to see the injury report. So tap in. There's a good chance we add some plays. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be added by the first minute you check the video, pin comment, but there is a good chance when I get some injury reports later on this afternoon that we add some. Still have to do a Thursday Night Football video today, but stay tuned. There's a good chance I add a play today, at least one. I might also add a Dub Club exclusive one. We'll see. They'll be pinned down below. Final thing I talk about, long video. Again, thanks for tuning in. We'll have our Betr entry. Let's talk about it. Use code SHOT, free $10, up to $200 bonus. If your state is in purple, you should be signing up. Here's my Betr slip. Yesterday, we went 2 for 3. Dennis Schroeder, you're a fraud, buddy. Peyton Pritchard, you're a fraud, buddy. Amen Thompson, 14 field goal attempts. I told you, I think they're just going to lean into him. You could take, I like taking a field goal attempts prop. Obviously, it's not necessarily one you could take on all the books, but it is like, hey, if the guy shoots and doesn't make shots, I don't give one. He just has to shoot it. And sometimes it's good to take one of those. And then OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson, 2 guys I want to fade. We've talked about the Magic and their spot up tendencies. They don't give up a lot of spot up points. Again, that's what OG Anunoby shoots. And Mitchell Robinson's in the weird spot. I think he plays tonight, but his matchup's a little weird because it is against the Magic, a team that don't give up a lot of rebounds, don't give up a lot of assists, don't give up a lot of points in the restricted area. I mean, they limit spot up shots and let your number one guy destroy you. But Mitchell Robinson in a weird spot because when I look at this Knicks team and how they match up against the Magic, it's weird when Mitchell Robinson is in there because if Mitch Rob is starting, you have Cat, and then obviously with OG, McCallum, and Brunson. But you look at the Magic team, like they go Bane, Suggs, then we have Franz, Paolo, and Wendell Carter Jr. So who is Cat going to guard? Because if you put Cat on Banchero, he's going to have 5 fouls in the first 30 seconds. If you put Cat on Jalen Suggs, then maybe you're looking at Jalen Suggs shooting threes, but then who's Brunson going to guard? Because Brunson's probably guarding Suggs. So then is Cat guarding Franz? No. Is he guarding Bane? Probably not. So Mitchell Robinson, in my opinion, it could honestly be benched in this game. He could come off the bench because I just don't see how his matchup is good here for him against teams that go big. Like, I don't know where Mitchell Robinson, when he's been playing, I forget the games in which he has played. Let me look. Mitchell Robinson in the games he's played, like the Nets, fine. Sure. Then you go to the Timberwolves, fine. They have Rudy Gobert, sure. And then Cat can guard Julius Randle or whatever. But there are just some games where I don't know if this matchup suits him too well. So I'm interested. That game's a weird one. Not sure how I'll have any other props besides Brunson in there, but it's an interesting one to look at. Although OG and Anobi less than I might add. Just want to see what the Knicks injury report is. Either way, thanks for tuning in. A reminder, if you want to sign up for the Dub Club, you can. There's already an exclusive play. Might be another one. Some added plays down below in the pin comment or sent to the Dub Club as well. Thanks as always for tuning in. Let's have another good day in the NBA. Let's end that 1-2 day streak. And let's have ourselves a great day. A lot of action. Jalen Brunson, I need 30 from you tonight, man. And I certainly think he does deliver that. Either way, thanks for tuning in. It's Austin. I'm signing out. See you guys in the next one. Peace. Like I said, added plays, pin comment, tap in. Also, NFL video posted earlier this morning. Go check it out. It's over there. See you in the next one. Peace.